Hi, this is Phil, and I'm going to show you a demonstration of Golf Whiz. Notice I've got a simulator here that's running a live version of the application, and I've got a screenshot essentially over here of a group of golfers that are using Golf Whiz, and you'll notice they're in the leaderboard, and they've played 3 holes so far. We can see their scores. Well, we're going to play golf, and we're going to use Golf Whiz. We're going to join this leaderboard of theirs, and you'll be able to see how we can see 8 scores as we play. But first I want to take you through each of the primary elements. The courses appear here. Anytime you've played golf on a golf course, notice it tracks the scoring average and the number of rounds played. I can click on this round, or this golf course, and see all the rounds played on that course from best to worst. I can look at the records set on that course based on the rounds played by folks that I've recorded with Golf Whiz, the course records, the hole difficulty ratings based on scores, so what's actually the hardest hole on the course. Then you can post those results to Facebook. But that's courses. Let's go in and add one real quick. You can come in, hit the plus sign, and simply type the name of the course. We'll call it Piedmont Country Club, and you can dismiss the keyboard with tapping the yellow buttons. Notice the par values all start out at 4, so all you have to do is enter the 3s and the 5s, really. So 1 is a 5, and so is 3. On the back 9, 10 is a 5, and so is 15. On the front, the par 3s are 5 and 7. And on the back, the par 3s are 11 and 14. So we've entered the full scorecard. If you play handicaps with handicaps, you're going to want to put the hole handicaps in. That's a pretty easy process as well. Just tap on hole handicaps, specify the hole you want to start entering with, and it'll advance for you. You'll notice that it advances for you as we go. So if all the odd holes are on the front, you have someone read off the handicap values, and you can enter them just about this quick. Then the even numbers are on the back, and I'm just entering them as someone reads them off to me. And very quickly you can see that I've added a golf course completely. So you can toggle back and forth, check things out, save that, and you're ready to go. So there's Piedmont, and you can delete courses by swiping across them. You can delete or edit courses by hitting the edit button. Of course, the delete paradigm comes up, as well as the I just tap on it to go back in and make any edits that I want to make. So managing courses is easy. Players is easier. You click on the Players tab. You can add a player at any time. And so my player name, you just enter the name of the player, the handicap for the player, their gender, and that's it. So you can add many players quickly, and you'll see that these players appear here. Similar to the golf courses, it tracks player records as well and performance. So this guy's got 4 rounds played and 73.5 average. So if you click on the player, you can see all the rounds they've played, check out their records. So it's scoring summary records, their average score on par 3s, 4s, and 5s, as well as birdie percentage on those holes, their lowest scores shot, highest scores, best and worst, and best and worst streaks, most birdies in a row, pars in a row, for example. So good information on courses and players. Let's get to the scorecards. This is how you enter score information. Actually, scorecards begins here, and you see all the scores that have been recorded by this version of Golf Whiz. And to add a new scorecard, similar to the other main objects, you hit the plus sign. Now you can add scorecards in 2 ways, and you're going to want to take advantage of both of these ways. The Play Golf Now is how you enter a scorecard with Golf Whiz out on the course. You can use Golf Whiz as your scorecard for your foursome, for your threesome, for you as you play alone. So this is live scoring as you play. The above is for entering completed scorecards. So if you're playing in a foursome, but you've got a group of 8, a group of 12, group of 16, even up to 20 players, you're going to use this button to enter your foursome and track your bets and your scores as you play. But when you get into the 19th hole, you're going to enter the other player scorecards using this button. Let's do that quickly, and you'll get to see how easy it is to enter a scorecard once you've completed. So you've finished playing, your 4 scorecards are already entered by virtue of this button, but you need to enter the other group's cards. So enter a completed scorecard. It simply asks for the name of the course and the name of the player. And we'll go down here and say this new player, South Riding. And then you click on scores. And similar to the course entry, the scoring entry is done the same way. So everything starts out as a par. All you have to do is give the birdies. He birdied 1 and 5, 13. And he bogeyed 7, 8, and 17. So maybe he double bogeyed 17. You just keep hitting the plus. So here are the scores. He shot a 73. You're done. And you do that, takes 10 seconds. Somebody looks at the card and just gives you the misses or the birdies. And you've entered all the scores there in the 19th hole. Now here's a preview of how it looks to use Golf Whiz as your scorecard on the course. So you click on Play Golf Now. And the first thing you're going to want to do, this is a helpful, good to read the first time through, but essentially what you want to do is come in and into your settings, specify the course you're playing today, and we're playing South Riding. The date is today's date, that's good. Pick the players, so Bruno Mars is player 1, player 2 in my group, in my foursome, is Curly. Player 3 in my foursome is Dick Jones, and player 4 is Harry Morris. So this is my foursome, and I'm going to use Golf Whiz to track the bets and scores of my foursome. Now I'll go into bet settings for my foursome, and you can see that I can have a team bet where you tap the 2 teammates. Bruno and Curly are playing Dick and Harry, and they want to play for money, so we'll have up to 3 presses. We're going to change that back 9 or the 18 bet to a $5, so 2, 2, and 5. And we've got a couple of guys that want to play each other in individual Nassaus. So Bruno wants to play Curly, and Bruno wants to play Harry. So those 2 individual Nassaus are in flight, and all 6 possible combinations are there. And you can use these buttons to toggle things on and off. But you set up the individual and group bets in your foursome. And so this is skins, and I can opt people in or out of the skins game for the foursome, change the type of skins game. And we're going to turn on a dots or a trash game. And similarly, I can put people in or out of the dots game, people that don't want to play it. And I can set the dot value to $3. Let's make it $2 is the dot value. So there you go. You've got individual bets set, you've got your foursome set, and you're ready to go. Golf Whiz brings you here to the front 9 scoreboard. So we got Bruno, Curly, and whatnot. And up in the group ahead of us, you can see they're already using Golf Whiz. There's Charlie and Andy and Bobby. And they're on the 3rd hole, and there's their scores. Well, before I start entering our scores, I'm going to join that leaderboard that Charlie gave me the join code for. So you click on leaderboard, and he may have given me the join code on the practice screen or whatnot. But if I click on join an existing leaderboard, it asks me for the code, and he gave me this code of FZD space F32, and I'm going to put in a name of Phil as my chat. Now it says, do I want to be a scorekeeper for my group? And you only want one person in your group, in your foursome, being a scorekeeper. So I'm going to be the scorekeeper for our group, and I've joined the leaderboard. And you'll notice that I can go out to the leaderboard now, and I see the exact same thing that he's showing. And I've not entered any scores, so we don't exist on the leaderboard yet. But if you had 20 guys, you'll see all 20 of them here live as they enter scores. So you can refresh by just tapping the leaderboard. There's even a chat window that you can go and look at. Gonna get you today. And you can, anybody that's using the leaderboard, that's a member of the leaderboard, can participate in the chat. So we'll go back to the leaderboard, and you can exit back to the scoring. So what we want to do now is go and enter our scores, and I'm going to enter up to 3 holes worth of scores. So I just click on scores. First hole, everybody starts out with a 5 or a par. So Bruno had a bogey and Dick Jones had a birdie. Go to the second hole. Bruno had a double bogey, Curly had a bogey, and Dick Jones had a sandy, so he got 2 dots. And if I save the first 2 holes, let's go to the third hole and enter. Dick had a birdie there, Harry had a double bogey, and Curly got 2 dots. So let's save that and now go back and look at the leaderboard. The leaderboard shows Saturday match, 8 guys, South Riding Blue, and now it shows 8 people. And so, of course, this is just a screenshot over here, but if Charlie were to refresh his leaderboard, he'd see all 8 scores. So very interesting, pretty cool. Now, it is just a leaderboard. I'm not calculating bets between all 8 guys right now. We're going to do that later. But I can come back to the feature match, and then it just shows me my foursome again. And I can go to the dashboard, see this button for the dashboard, and then I was just at the front, scores on the front. There's scores on the back overall. There's a win-loss summary. So if I click on win-loss summary, it shows me for my foursome how all of us are doing in our foursome bets. So it's calculated all the skins, all the dots and trash, the 2 singles matches that were going on, and the team bet. And you can, of course, jump to any of these. Just click on team there, and it'll jump to the team bet details, and you can see how it is that you're down 3-1. There are no scores on the back 9 yet, but you can see that there's a total here. Notice the back 9 is for $5, and so the betting does assume that all holes that have not been scored are going to be tied. So as long as everybody ties on out, this is how the bets will turn out. So you can go jump back to the dashboard, go back to scores once you play the next hole. So now you play the 4th hole, you make birdie there, Curly makes a bogey, and you save out. If we want to jump and look at the leaderboard, now you can see that we've played 4 holes and the group ahead of us has still only played 3. Check the chat room, no additional chats. So this is how you navigate in and out. Now, when you're done, let's go in and finish the 18 holes of scoring. And maybe that last hole, Curly birdied. So we're done entering 18 holes. And you'll be able to go in here to the dashboard, check your foursome out. Here's your foursome's results. You can pay up on the 18th green, go in and have a beer. Now, when you get into the 19th hole, you're going to want to save here, come back to this screen, and enter the other guys, Charlie, Andy, Bobby, and Billy's scorecards the way that we did it earlier with the new player. So I already did that with 3 before this demo started. In the demo, I added 1 more player. So if I go to bets, into the Nassau area, it's going to show me every bet on April 30th. Going to the players and teams, there's all 8 players. And here's where you can do bets across the 8 players. As you can see, I can do the bets across up to 20 players. But maybe Bruno and Curly had a bet against Mo and Tom, the results of that bet. Maybe Bruno had an individual match against Mo, Harry, and Dick Jones. That's how each of them did in their individual matches, Nassau matches against Bruno. And so you can do easy bet results there for Nassau's, but you can also do a skins game with the larger group. So everybody puts in 20, put everybody in skins, show the results, and there's the results of the skins. You can look at the details and see who got a skin where and what it was worth. So I hope that helps. Enjoy and play well.